You're listening to Am I the Bolcast, the only podcast about Magic the Gathering that you're listening to right now. It's me, your boy, Mike Carrozza, MikeCarrozza, on all the socials. You can find me out there. I write for EDH Rec. You know this podcast if you're listening. Good for you. Good job. We're happy you're here. We're about to get into a heater of an episode, but first I got to introduce everybody. You know her, you love her. She's a co-host of the show and a super producer and a super genius. It's Morgan Sanchez. Hi, Morgan.
What's up, Mikey?
What's cracking, buddy?
Ready to break some bulk with our special guest.
Yeah, let's get to him after our second co-host being introduced onto the microphone right now. You might know him as Games Freak SA or from his series How They Brew It. It's Michael Celani. Hi, Michael.
I gotta tell you, Mike, I changed as a result of this podcast.
Good. We'll get into that very shortly because I want to talk to our guest who's joining us today for a mailbag or a Reddit hang. We're just going to talk some magic and talk some shit. It's our pal, our sweet, sweet angel, the guy who got us into writing for the Space Cow.
Don't blame me.
Everybody blames Jason Alt.
you,
it's
bro.
Jason, not Jason.
I'm sick of being blamed for everything in this community. I never got credit, but all of a sudden everyone's like, EDH Recast was you? Ew. And I'm like, that's...
Yeah, everybody's
Fair.
mad at it.
I have no input.
Yeah, that's what everybody thinks. They're mad at you doing such good by the community.
They hate that I did that. So I'm really sorry that I ever tried to make content. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart because I'm currently trying to make content. And I'm sorry I ever tried to do it. It is so hard to write satire when reality is f***ing bonkers.
Sorry, Ken. Yeah, it's crazy. Reality has gotten dumb as hell.
Oh,
which is why
I can't say bonkers on this cast?
No,
You can't say
you have to apologize. Damn it, Michael!
Sorry, Ken.
Sorry, Ken. You're gonna...
Morgan, why are we doing words we don't say? Wow. Unbelievable. In my
We're
own
flagging it.
home.
We're flagging it for Jason. He's new.
Okay, all right, fine. So
just,
he knows.
Just so Jason knows.
Don't say it again.
I've been the first guest on a lot of podcasts, and most of them did not make it.
You're not the first guest on this podcast at all either.
Wasn't I?
No.
Oh.
That was Dana.
The last time you were on here, we were talking about Farewell, and I threw you under the bus in the Reddit post. Don't you remember that?
I don't...
Yeah, I remember that.
It caused me to retire from Reddit, which was...
Wait, seriously?
Honestly, good
move.
For your mental health.
Yeah, I have to
Oh my
pay
God.
John Ruggiero to Reddit for me.
That's incredible.
Put that on your resume, Solani.
Don't put that anywhere.
I can't believe I bullied a man.
No, Reddit
You
bullied
can't
me.
believe it, Mr. Fucking Sorry Ken, about your stories the last couple episodes?
Those weren't bullying.
You made an effigy of me, and then you put it up in a tree, and then you covered it in gasoline, and then you left some matches out, and you're like, I can't believe that I did that. No, Reddit did it, you dumbass. And it's your fault.
He posted the episode. The thing is, we did talk about it for an entire hour and 40 minutes about how Farewell is dog shit, and I stand by it. Sorry, Ken.
And you know what? I didn't even answer I didn't even do it right, because everyone's like, come with the story where you were the Bolus, and I'm like, fuck this card, though.
No,
Sorry,
but
Ken.
that opened us up to pet peeves. Now we talk about pet peeves and stories, not just stories.
Okay.
Yeah, see, it worked out.
So you are open to some of my feedback, but when I tell you this should be a high concept Frasier spinoff with video, you're not willing to hear it.
You gotta get me a different computer for a video. I can't make that happen so good. I'm trying. I need a different computer.
Is this still a Commander's Herald podcast? I don't really know. Are you still
related.
my property?
You need to make me more attractive before I go on video.
Oh, I don't
Fair
know why
enough.
you felt.
There's an amendment against that, Jason.
Fair enough. So
Anyway.
why are we here? We're here to read
Yeah, that's a good question. We're here to talk some magic, talk some crap.
posts.
So this is a mailbag episode, ostensibly. What
Sure.
that means is we've been doing episodes without interviews as well because people liked hearing Michael, Morgan, and I just chop it up for a while, and we thought, why not give them that on one thing and then the interview separate? So we're doing mailbags where we go through some emails I get submitted for the column Am I the Bolus? And we've been branching out into some like other stories online. And we wanted to chat about magic and get your opinion on these stories. Talk some...
Sure, I'm way into it. And now now my tone is overly comfortable because I'm comfortable. Before I was overly comfortable to like fake how uncomfortable it was because I needed people to think they were supposed to take me seriously. And now I don't care, so
And
it's
now we're
great.
comfy.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jason.
now I'm overly comfortable because I don't operate under the assumption that I have to care what people think anymore.
Man, I needed a lot of therapy to get to that point, so...
Yeah, it's been good, man. I've been very zen lately. So let's get to some mailbaggery, as they
Let's get
call
to
it.
some mailbaggery.
Let's get to
Mailbaggery.
the baggery.
Let's change our names to Frodo and company and be baggins these emails. That's good. You can use that for a segment name. Email baggins. That's Magic the Gathering now. Anything Lord of the Rings is it's Magic the Gathering. It's germane to our podcast.
Currently, it's Avatar: The Last Airbender, though, right?
Have you watched that?
Have I watched it? I have two children.
So, yeah, right?
Yeah.
You must have.
I watched Legend of Korra.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Was that any good?
No.
It's good if
Oh.
you have a daughter that you want to not take shit from anybody.
Hell yeah.
Korra
Exactly.
doesn't take any. She doesn't take any. I'm sorry, Ken, from anybody, right?
Yeah.
Mm.
I mean, she's fine. Some of it is good, some of it is bad. It's more up and down.
But anything like that, where it's second generation, like you're never gonna like it as much. Because if it's new people doing something, like people are like mad about Alien Earth and
Oh, I didn't realize it was new people.
the He-Man reboot, like you just can't be precious about that.
Literally, the next generation is better than the original.
And literally, the next generation is stealing the 6-7 table sign instead of the 6-9 table sign at Lorcana tournaments. We're already
That's-
seeing a generational shift in what table sign gets stolen.
That's so silly. Okay, that's a fun
That's a
stat.
barometer of our times.
That's a fun
When
fact.
In Lorcana, a judge was like, they stole 6-7 and not 6-9. Who are these children?
On one end, part of me is like, is this growing up? But it's the exact opposite.
But here's the thing. If a kid doesn't know why 6-9's funny, they're too young for you to have to explain it to them.
That's a good point.
Anybody who thinks 6-7 is funny, you don't have to explain what 6-9 is. Just ask your mom.
Anyone who thinks 6-7 is funny is wrong, though.
Yeah, but I mean, are we the ones that have to judge that? That's like that's kids, man.
Welcome to Am I the Bolcast, where we judge if you're funny or not.
We will apologize. We can't apologize for the 90s. Like, the most popular Super Bowl commercial was a bunch of frogs saying Budweiser. You remember that? You remember we lost our goddamn minds for an entire year? Remember there was merch for Budweiser frogs? Remember a dumb commercial was a meme for an entire calendar year?
So here's the thing. I remember the frogs, but we don't get the same commercials during the Super Bowl. So it's like this big deal when like the next day the news played some of the commercials or something. Or like if you could get a feed that had the American commercials, you'd want to watch them that way.
Otherwise, you're just watching a bunch of commercials for Canadian Tire.
You're watching a bunch of local shit, dude. Sorry, Ken.
Amazing.
It's very dumb. It is. I mean, thinking back on it, I didn't realize just how strange it is to be like, this is what the Super Bowl is known for in our house.
The exact same thing, being in Michigan and getting TSN feeds of like Stanley Cup games. So it's like, I've seen a ton of, I was like,
huh?
Is that Andy Hall in a commercial?
And it might be, yeah.
And it was him.
Yeah,
like,
Commanders
skating.
Andy Hall.
Yeah, it's him in a locker room suiting up and then skating, and I was like, it's so random. I'm trying to watch like a Kraken game at like 2 a.m, and I see Andy.
Yep.
Is this
Andy's
real?
doing all right.
Have I not heard about this? Someone send this to me.
He's done a lot of commercial work. He's very handsome.
He's in What We Do in the Shadows.
He's like a more handsome, almost identical to Mike Myers, right?
Yeah,
he's like a better looking Mike Myers.
Yeah, I'd say a much better looking Mike Myers.
Yeah, say that to his face. Watch it crumple him, because it's not entirely complimentary, but it is entirely accurate.
He's a handsome fella, though. He's a sweet
He's
angel.
the best. We all love Andy Hall.
He's so funny too,
and we love watching. And he can skate. He's not a phony.
No, of course he could skate. I mean, look, you put skates on me, I can skate, but am I good at it?
By American standards, yeah, probably.
That's right. Yeah, exactly. That's fair.
Morgan looks like she's trying not to die,
Yeah,
by the way.
Morgan's having a hard time.
I don't
That's why I
watch
wanna move
the
forward.
boy aquarium like y'all do. I don't understand the appeal of hockey, but I love it for you guys.
Oh, I don't watch it
Mikey,
either.
see, Mikey's from Canada, where hockey's a dumb jock sport, and I'm from America, where like all the dumb jocks make fun of hockey fans. So it's like,
yeah, that's pretty
it's
funny.
a nerdy sport in America.
That's
But
so
like,
strange.
hey, Mikey, hockey in it. I just sound like every guy that like called him a
Yeah,
nerd in high school for playing Magic, and I apologize
but
for having
that's
bully
real.
energy.
It's totally real.
It's one of those good slurs. We're a big fan.
What?
What?
Which one?
Ken, this
we
is
get
a mess. You're gonna have to make a sandwich out of this soup. Good luck.
Our sponsor for today's podcast.
Sandwiches. Hey, it's not quite podcast. It's not a mailbag. If I steamroll us the whole time, we don't read nothing.
What are we doing? Are we doing sponsors now?
The answer is no.
Yeah, we.
Can we stop
No,
talking
hockey's
about
done.
hockey and start talking about Cardsphere and get your cards here?
You should get your cards at Cardsphere.
The only thing that sucks about Cardsphere is more people aren't using it. That's the worst part of Cardsphere. But
Yeah.
if you
And you
you
can fix
stop
that right
being
now.
a person not using Cardsphere, you would make Cardsphere better by joining it.
100%
Yeah.
agree.
That's
Cardsphere.
Cardsphere would be a lot better if you joined it.
You specifically.
100%.
It's like Matthew McConaughey, right? It'd be a lot cooler if you were.
Yep.
Get
I
those
can feel it.
rookie
There's a-
numbers up, man. Hey, officer, I don't know where my shirt is, but that's not my weed.
Which movie's
Oh,
that
that
from?
wasn't from a movie. That was real life. Yeah, he was playing the bongos shirtless.
Oh, is that real?
He's like, marijuana's still illegal in California, but this is 1998, officer. Yeah, man. That guy's
Hell
life
yeah.
is awesome.
That's a substantially better tagline for Cardsphere.
Yeah. I don't know where my shirt is, officer. Cardsphere.
Cardsphere.com. Cardsphere. Get your cards here. Join using the referral link. It helps us a lot. I really hope that you understand just how great Cardsphere is. Give it a whirl. You'll see for yourself. There's no better way to sell you on it than to just at least use it once.
You can move on to an email. This is your podcast. Whenever you want, you can start reading an email.
I don't have the email. Michael has it today.
Jesus.
Yeah, we're
This
doing Reddit posts.
Reddit
Michael's
emails.
gonna read us one.
Reddit baggery.
Okay,
All right. It's another mailbag episode, but this time the mailbag is the infinite boundlessness of Reddit stories. We've got so much to pull from. Michael has gone digging, and he's going to present us with a story that we're going to talk about on today's episode of Am I the Bolcast. We're going to do that right after this short break. We never do breaks. Anyway, Michael, you're up.
Wait,
Yeah, I was
so
like,
by
what?
mailbag you mean we just filled a bag with other people's mail? This wasn't sent to us. This was just
Well,
This
I
is
do have
baggery.
mail. I do have mailbags for myself for the articles and also the podcast. But today Michael is gonna do one
okay.
We're committing baggery.
because he doesn't have people writing in. Yeah,
yeah.
Morgan
no-
said baggery so many goddamn times. It's so
Can bleep
funny.
every time Morgan says baggery.
Don't do that. Don't listen to him.
He's got to
Anyway.
beep enough shit this episode. You shouldn't
Sorry.
keep
If
Yeah,
any of it
sorry,
gets
Ken.
to air. Anyway, where were we?
air.
Yeah, Michael, you're up.
A player in my pod says there's too much politicking, but I love game politics. What should I do? Jeff doesn't like when other players politic. Last night he called it out and said there was too much table talk going on. When Jeff pointed to an example, he said telling other players what cards we have in hand to cut a deal is going too far. It was me. I'm the politics player. But am I the problem? In this moment, Jeff was feeling ganged up on. Who the hell is Jeff?
So he's
Unfortunately,
talking
Jeff...
about his friend who doesn't like politics and magic. But wait, this guy's saying that asking how many cards are in hand is a politic thing?
No, saying what cards you have in your hand is
No,
a
being
deal.
like,
Oh, I see.
it's fine. I've got the,
I've got
Oh,
the
sure,
counter
okay.
spell, yeah.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Go ahead.
In this moment, Jeff was feeling ganged up on. Unfortunately, Jeff also became the archenemy in several recent games, and we subsequently had to take him out of those games first. I said he should take it as a compliment to his decks that he was the threat at the table. We play a mix of bracket 2 and 3, and Jeff does make strong bracket 3 decks with commanders like Old Gnawbone, Ulalek Fused Atrocity, and Absolute Virtue. Maybe playing politics gives me an unfair advantage. When Jeff is behind in a game, he just plays to his outs in his deck. In contrast, when I'm behind, I start cutting deals with other players to team up against the lead player. Jeff doesn't play the politics game, and maybe he's losing more often because of it. We talked about it like the adults, and I told Jeff that that is what it says.
Go ahead. Keep
We
going.
talked about it like the adults.
That's
and I
so
told Jeff
funny.
that politics is one of my favorite parts of the game, but I could do it a little less if he didn't like it. Still, I don't know where the line is between too much politics and just teaming up against the archenemy, which sometimes you have to do. To everyone in between, how should I strike a balance?
That's so great.
This guy doesn't want to play the kind of EDH, so like let him go find the other four. I'm serious, like I'm all for making people feel included, but if they literally don't want the same experience,
Yeah.
then like you can't play EDH with Jeff then.
Poor
See,
Jeff.
I mean,
no,
okay.
like I'm sorry,
Fair.
but like that's how it goes though. If you don't like EDH, don't change EDH for Jeff.
We just talked about this.
I mean,
You can't accommodate somebody, but like you can't accommodate somebody that literally doesn't want anybody to like not play CEDH style. I don't know, man. Like you can't be held hostage by people's feelings.
I think that there's some validity here with that. With like is it up to you to do this for him? Not necessarily. There is like I guess I could go or he could go, but I do think if you're asking the question that there's some intent to keep playing together. You know what I mean? Or that this is like a regular thing that they do and they're pals, probably, right? So I think that like when it comes to one guy, like the OP being like, I like politicking when, there's an arch enemy at the table and I don't really have much going on. And this guy's like, doesn't do it. He's just into his cards and how powerful they can be.
He's trying to play Magic the Gathering, not EDH. Like when he gets into an EDH problem, he's trying to Magic the Gathering his way out of it.
See, this is why I fucking love you. That's so good.
Sorry, Ken.
That is so sorry, Ken. Yeah, that's so good. You're absolutely right. He wants to play Magic the Gathering, but he
Which
doesn't.
is why he's playing a Toon Bracket 3 deck against like silly bullshit.
bracket 2, bracket. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ken.
A mix of bracket
Sorry,
2 and 3,
Yeah, mix
which
of bracket
yeah,
2 and bracket
is
3.
every
then-
deck, by the way.
Oh, well, if you care so
Thank
much,
you.
then
It's a 7 again.
yeah.
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 Like,
But that's
like,
okay, so-
some people really want to play Magic the Gathering and they don't have any bracket 2 decks. And it's
And
just
that's-
like you gotta not care who wins the game of EDH.
Otherwise, like, okay, so I'm hearing it all. I think it's great. I agree. This would be an attitude better served for Brawl, for example, or Dual Commander. If
Yeah.
you want to play with the same similar rule set, that's where you're at, because part of Magic, like part of Commander, part of EDH, politicking. It's like it's gonna be there no matter what, especially if you present an overwhelming enough of a threat to the table that everybody's kind of wondering what to do about it out loud. People are gonna search for answers.
What if that group all played with precons? That it would be the same thing. Jeff would be like, okay, I guess I got to play to the outs of my precon because I don't want to engage in EDH.
Yeah.
So like if you think about the problem in terms of like, what if you controlled for some of the variables, and one of the variables you can control for is everybody's deck. So if this guy's mainly bracket 3, if you gave him a precon and everybody else a precon, would they be miserable playing that out? Or do they need to have a better deck than everybody and therefore they're going to get stomped first because they care about winning?
Right. But then that's information you're bringing in from another,
Yeah,
like
that's why
previous
it's
understandings of them.
That's why the answer is always different for like, here's a play group that meets regularly versus like, I'm going to the LGS and I'm going to sit with 3 people, the first
Exactly.
3 people.
Yeah.
That's the whole point. I mean, not to dredge up 75% again, but my whole point was I didn't like when I was first building EDH decks, people like, oh, this is when you play this deck when against this kind of stuff and you play this deck against this kind of stuff. I didn't want to have that many decks. I wanted to have something I could just sit down with strangers and not feel like I screwed up bringing the wrong deck. Because especially if the game lasts an hour and you made a mistake with your deck selection and you got to sit in that mistake for an hour, that feels bad.
Yeah, it's not a great feeling.
You can always concede.
That's true.
Well,
Just
yeah,
like-
and I love to concede. I love if
But
it's
people
like
don't
a
like it
3
so
players
much.
fighting it out and then one player dies and it's just the 2 of us and I'm like,
Yeah.
let's play another game. right?
Yeah, I mean, I do like that less though. Honestly, like it's fair, but I don't like it as much. You know,
I have never
that's not on
denied
me.
somebody who wanted to play it out.
I know, but that's what I'm saying.
But
is
I
like
love to be like, I brought
Go to the
20
next one?
decks because I
Yeah.
bring 20 decks when I play Magic. I'm like, let's get another one going.
I
Because
think what I need
think,
to.
but that's the setting I play in. That's another thing. I'm at the LGS. I'm mostly playing like with friends, and it's just like somebody's waiting to get another game in. Usually, you know, I'm not playing tournament Commander ever because I don't want to play. Well, I don't want to mix the two experiences. I want to I'll play limited still. I still
Yeah,
play
that's what I
limited
do.
pretty frequently.
Same.
But I don't play any constructed Magic other than EDH, so it's funny. So if I'm feeling spiky, I'll go do a booster draft and like versus I don't know. I don't ever want to pick up 100 cards when I'm feeling spiky, I guess.
Okay, I understand that. I feel the same way. Like I don't really play Magic to be spiky, but I do want to put together a thing and get that done and have that experience. You know.
Yeah.
But part of that experience is like, what does politics even really mean, right? Like if we're talking
Everything
about
is
it,
politics. That's what it
don't even
means.
get me started.
It's a diverse person feeling left out that three neurotypicals at the table are playing a sub game that he would have to spend a little bit more mental energy keeping up with, and
Okay,
he doesn't
possibly.
enjoy it.
Fair.
That's,
All right.
Or
that's
vice
a
versa.
that's a lot of diagnosis to give someone on one account. That's
Well,
not
I'm
even
that
from their
guy.
perspective.
It's-
I don't know.
I was thinking he was on his own perspective here. I just think that I think that when we're talking about this thing about politics getting in the way of what's happening in game, because clearly there's frustration with Jeff, and the name kept coming up in the submission.
Jeff.
It was so funny
Yeah.
with Jeff. The thing with
Jeff
Jeff
is
that
so
he
called
just,
out this episode.
I know it's crazy.
Rip
But
Jeff.
Jeff is over here like, I don't like politics, period, right? And his
Yeah.
friends do it at the table, and that's what that is. But what's happening is the most common experience based on this entry is that Jeff becomes an archenemy with a powerful deck that's there to beat everything else.
Yep.
And everybody else is kind of teaming up against him. But what do you think is going to, what outcome do you think ends up happening if they don't politic? Everybody's already thinking, I need to get rid of this guy.
You can't appease Jeffs. You
No,
can't appease the
exactly.
Jeffs of the world.
We do not
It do-
negotiate with Jeffs.
Becoming the archenemy is inherently political, by the way, Jeff. Can we all agree that
It does
That's
it
the
does
case
push
here.
the game into
But
everybody
listen,
working together.
If you are always the arch enemy, then build like it. And it sounds like you're already built like it.
lean in or Jeff out of here. Get the Jeff out of here. You know what I mean? I think
Ken, please,
Play
Jeff.
actual
Don't believe
arch enemy
Jeff.
with Jeff. He'd love that shit. Give him a deck with
honestly, arch
Sorry,
enemy
Ken.
goes so hard. Yeah, I'm sorry,
arch
Ken.
enemy's so much fun. And if you're Jeff,
enemy's
you're like,
great.
these schemes make it unfair.
not
Like you
political?
can't actually keep up as the arch enemy.
But that's the other thing is like, okay, I think Jeff wants the leniency of getting to a position of power where like people are kind of letting him have it, or he can use the fact that there are other opponents to keep an eye on and everybody's on like equal footing at the beginning to get to turn 4 and be like, all right, now we're up here and now I'm stronger than everybody, and that's a problem for everybody else, and now I'm mad at them for all sharing the same thought and working towards something. Like, to me, the problem comes from, I hate politics, but what you hate is opposition.
Those guys ganging
Yeah.
up on you.
Just play solitaire.
Because I want to see these guys play, because they're like, Jeff, he always becomes the arch enemy. But if it's like turn 2 and a dude draws a disenchant, he's like, oh, you know what? Jeff's got a soul ring. Disenchant. Like, did they do that kind of crap? Then
I don't
Well,
think
maybe-
disenchanting a soul ring is a bad play, but still, on turn
Fair.
2,
Yeah,
yes.
I agree. I agree on that.
If you
But-
have a disenchant, you don't have to play it on the first target.
No,
but if
you
it's
don't.
Jeff's shit, sure, why not? Because
Sorry,
he's
Ken.
Jeff. He deserves it.
But so here's the thing. I doesn't read like that's the kind of dynamic that they have. No mention, because otherwise, then that would be.
If we
I would assume-
ascribe stuff to Jeff, we can talk about those situations. In
mean,
a way,
I don't know what
Yeah.
you mean.
There's not enough context. Context matters.
Jeff is we've all been Jeff. I just want to talk about all the times I was Jeff.
You're
Right? 'Cause
Jeff.
we're all Jeff. sometimes.
We've all been Jeff. That's the thing about Jeff. But what my problem is, we've all been in Jeff situations without the Jeff feeling. I don't hate politics in Commander.
You
What
hate
I
when they're
hate-
used against you.
Well, I'm not a look. I accept that they're used against me. It's not my favorite thing. I want to win, but if it happens, I'm like,
Bolus
I
behavior.
have to understand.
A little bit.
I understand. Like, okay, look, if I'm playing my deck and I'm winning and I'm doing well, and I'm just like, doing my engine thing, it keeps moving and nobody's really got a way to interrupt it. I am inevitable. Pretty cool. I'm gonna win this thing. The deck's doing the thing I designed it to do. But if I see everybody at the table working together to get rid of my stuff, I gotta be like, that's fair. Like, obviously.
But if it was
that makes the
based
most
on
sense.
something you did last week, because that's the kind of stuff that gets into these discussions when it's not, hey, there's a guy at the LGS and I don't want to like upset people like him. It's like, what do
Right.
we do about fucking, sorry, Ken, Jeff?
No, but see,
The
I don't
real
know if that's what this
politic.
is. Is that what this is? It doesn't feel like that.
I don't know.
I don't think so. There's no
we don't
context.
But
know.
it's impossible to tell because we're hearing one
But-
person's account.
Yeah,
Right,
I mean,
but he wouldn't mention getting to arch enemy status and then everybody working together as like the out. That doesn't come until later in the game. So to me, it doesn't feel like people are like. I don't think this group is like targeting Jeff for being the arch enemy so right.
They should find a different game to play with Jeff.
I don't either. I
Ticket
agree with
to
you, Mikey.
ride.
I'm
Among
right,
Us.
right in the same here. This is a kind of
Jackbox.
nothing.
Stay
burger.
friends with Jeff, but like Jeff doesn't want to play the kind of EDH the rest of you want to play, and changing up everyone's decks probably
Honestly,
wouldn't.
Jeff should play CDH. Jeff should play CDH. He should.
Dual commander.
Yeah,
like
Jeff
Jason
should
said.
play. Yeah, a dual commander,
This
like
other-
dual commander brawl. Arch enemy would be sick, but I don't know how likely he is to want to pick at that. Anyway.
I think Arch for the people who play Arch Enemy, it gives them a taste of power, and they're like, oh, okay,
Yeah,
I can take on the whole table.
and then they're
sort of
like,
like crack.
now I am gonna build that Kefka deck that fucks up the whole table. Sorry, Ken.
I have other stories
Stories?
here.
Okay.
I
Well-
picked out 3.
All right.
Hang on.
So
Let's go round the bend. Everybody, give us a verdict. I want to hear from Morgan first. Morgan, what do we think? Jeff. Well, this isn't like a bolus, not the bolus thing, eh? That doesn't really work, huh?
is Guy sad?
Is
he the guy
who was
Jeff
talking about
at
this?
a table with 3 other boluses?
Sure, let's do that.
Okay.
No.
Well, there we go.
No.
All right, Michael.
Is it nose around the board? Can we just like skip
Yeah, I
to
think-
the?
I think
yeah,
it
This
is.
is a
okay.
Yeah,
hard, easy, complete no.
I think they all need to be honest that Jeff doesn't want to play the same game as them, and
Yep.
I agree with that. I think that sentiment is completely true. Yeah, they should talk and have a discussion about like what kind of games they tend to play frequently, and if he is frustrated by that, they need to find a way to address that in a way that works for them, or he just finds CDH, other formats that work that way. Stay friends.
Think about it.
You don't got to play.
Think about things in terms of if you gave the people in this story 4 identical balanced precons, right?
Uh-huh.
You gave them 4 Fallout decks or something, or 4 Final Fantasy decks.
Mhm.
Would that change things? And if it's one person always has a better deck, that
Yeah.
But I don't. It seems like the case here is if everyone had the same power level deck, then Jeff would just be upset.
Yeah, okay. I don't know that it's entirely on the back of the quality of the deck. Yes, he's described as having high power 3 in bracket 2 or 3 games, but I also think that like there's a way to be the arch enemy consistently in a play group if you can pilot the hell out of a deck that you're just
Mhm.
handed.
Yeah, you
Like,
can just be better.
Yeah, and that's
And if you're the kind of
a
person
compliment, I
that gets
guess.
upset if you were in first place and then the other 3 players made you not win,
Mhm.
if you're that competitive,
Mhm.
Not
the guy that-
EDH.
I don't know. Who's the guy that played Thanos and all the Avengers stuff? Oscar Isaac, was that him?
Thanos. No, that was Josh Brolin
Josh Brolin?
from Goonies.
Josh Brolin walked away with a fat check at the end of the day, baby. All right. He got taken down, but it took a lot of effort from a bunch of people.
Yeah, and then he got to
And,
be
he
in
walked
Dune.
away, and Josh Brolin walked home with a bunch of money, baby.
Yeah.
Guess what? If you're the arch enemy and you get knocked out of the game, you just made money. That's how that works.
Let's go to the second story I've got.
I'm trying to be
Um,
funny. It just didn't land. Nothing worked. I tried something.
I loved
This
it.
one,
Ken will edit it to that you said something funny.
Ken edit in a laugh track.
Yeah.
Fuck all of you. Sorry, Ken.
Add in a joke and then add in good reactions to that joke.
Yeah, put a Mitch Hedberg joke in here and see how long it takes somebody to notice.
Now, is a hippopotamus or a really cool opotamus? That's good.
Just cut in the laughter from the Pepsi episode, the warm Pepsi guy episode.
That
Yeah.
was great.
Hot Pepsi Armageddon is one for the books, man.
Next story.
Go for it.
This one's titled "Most Entitled Players I've Ever Met at an LGS Table."
Hi, my name
boy.
is Jeff. And I recently...
Hey everyone, just a short rant incoming.
Oh boy.
This weekend I had, for the first time ever, ! In parentheses, a situation where I left the table before the game even started.
What?
I was unpacking my Aowen Shield Maiden deck when the woman at the table yawned and said to her partner, "Wow, he really wants to bore us with a human tribal deck." He replied, "Some people really need to be more creative with their decks." Then they revealed their own decks. He said, "Let's play our Dungeons and Dragons decks," and pulled out Myrim's Sentinel Worm. She brought out a Strad von Zarovich deck, which turned out to be an alternate art proxy of Edgar Markov.
Oh my god.
At that point, I didn't even care what the fourth player was running. I just asked, "Seriously? You're complaining about creativity with those commanders?" He said, "Sorry, we're just big D&D fans. We've been playing the TTRPG for years." When I mentioned I might just be a Lord of the Rings fan, he replied, "Yeah, who isn't?" Honestly, I'm glad I didn't play with them. It's wild how narrow-minded and lacking in empathy people could be. At first, I really thought they were just messing with me, but nope, they were serious. Have you ever met such entitled players? Did you left a table before the game even started, and what were the situation?
OP, the person who wrote this is a moron.
This is fan fiction. Is
Hey,
this
I
not
met the two
fan
fucking
fiction?
stupidest people of all time, and instead of sitting down and playing a game and writing down a quote of everything they said, I
It's
neglected
fan fiction.
to play a game with them and hear all the crazy stuff they thought. I'm the dumbest guy of all. And then I thought I'd make a Reddit post about how I didn't get any quotes. Like, you
Okay.
suck, OP. What are you doing?
The woman at the table does not exist.
But if we take it for face value,
I'm
Yeah,
the first
I
one to
know.
say
The woman
the
at the
woman at the
table?
table does not exist. She is a figment
Yeah.
of your fan fiction.
also,
I did pick this one just because it was funny, but go on.
I mean, this
I
is
picture Jesse and James from Team Rocket when you describe them. It's like,
just
we're a little bit more creative.
Some people really need to be more creative with their decks.
I have the number 3 ranked deck on EDH Rec, and I have the number 2 ranked deck on EDH Rec. That's right, we're not common Atraxa players.
if we take this for serious, because I can't. It doesn't strike as real at all. but if
ChatGPT wrote
were,
this.
It's garbage. If we
There are M dashes.
if we took this seriously, and like if we were not in Magic and we were just like somebody was reading this story and you're eavesdropping or something, you heard this, you'd be like, yeah, what a bunch of nerd ass losers. And that would be it. Because that's what this is. It's like nerd ass loser shit. Sorry, Ken. With this, just sitting down and being like, somebody better get more creative with these decks. Okay,
don't-
here's a stock list from online. Good for me. And how about for you? Oh, you're just a Dungeons and Dragons fan? Well, I'm uncommon as a person. Not many
I'm
of
a
us
Lord
out
of the
here.
Rings fan.
You are worthless! Lord of the Rings fan? We're all Lord of the Rings fan. That's all your personality has to offer? You're nothing.
Do you drink water too?
Yeah, so
It's just so
put it in to put it in Reddit speak, my answer to this is ESH. That's a Reddit term from
Everyone
SH?
sucks here.
Yep.
Everybody
Oh, okay.
sucks.
Everybody sucks here. There's not a good person here. All these
I
people
don't-
suck.
Yeah, I don't buy it at all. And then also, if somebody does sit down and go, wow, couldn't you be more creative or something? Like,
Don't play Magic with them.
Who does
Um,
that?
who
Who the
yeah,
fuck does that?
it's-
Sorry,
get
Kat.
up.
No one would do it.
Yeah, get up and
No
leave.
one did it.
Yeah, exactly. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. If you could you I can't I've had some people who sucked play against me at LGSs, introduce themselves in a way that's a little off-putting, but never once has anybody been like, that deck Oh, brother. Except unless it's like a commander that we know is difficult, the most you'll get is like a,
Like
oh boy.
Voha. It's like,
Yeah.
it's Voha again. Sorry,
Yeah.
Ken.
Yeah, it's like, geez, all right. I better lock in, you know? It's never like a,
I better turn on Jeff mode.
yeah, exactly. Being turned Jeff mode is so funny. We need to adopt that for the podcast.
Hey guys, Jeff here. How come every time I go turn 1 Soul Ring, turn 2 Smothering Tithe, everybody starts playing politics?
Oh, Jeff.
And that's tariffs, baby.
That
Jeff gets
incorrigible
applause.
scamp, Jeff. He can't figure out why everybody finds him socially unpleasant.
We started this episode off the rails, huh? We're just having a wild time.
You know what I need? I need for this to be true.
I'm not even sure.
I need proof
What?
that this is true.
You've already surpassed my expectations for the cast.
This is the most chaotic one.
Yeah.
I also no Hot Pepsi Armageddon was, but
Yeah.
I think that I want this to be true too. Like Morgan, tell me more. Think out loud here. What are we doing?
It reads like a fan fiction. Jason said it was written by ChatGPT. I need it to be real. I need to restore
want
my
it to
faith
be
in
real.
humanity at this
The
point.
woman at the table said, "Oh, another cis-het white man with his gender-normative deck."
And that could be
her
true.
partner, them said, "Blah, blah, 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 you're boring." But their decks are boring too, so I stood up and everybody clapped.
I need it to be real.
What?
I just desperately need it to be real.
Wait, what is that
I want
Tumblr
it.
story? I stood up and everyone, like the bus.
And the man at the table, Albert Einstein. This is such Reddit shit. It's so Reddity.
Mary
No, that's
Sue.
Tumblr That's very
Sorry, Ken.
different.
I do think I think it's definitely sanitized to be on Reddit because immediately when he was like the woman who playing against me was like, "Oh, some people need to be a little more creative," and you could just kind of like feel the eyebrow raise.
You could hear the venom. Yeah.
It's just it feels like too writerly for something that feel like I don't buy this one bit. But God, if there is someone out there sitting down and going, "Oh wow, your instincts on deck building suck. Anyway, let's play Magic." I want to know if this happened for real.
And if you
know
need
this,
a duo like that, you have to play with them and write down the things they say.
Yeah, it's a
whole
responsibility.
time.
You know they're
I'll
a gold
buy
mine,
them.
right?
Pitch them, write them down, and send them to Commander's Herald, and I will pay
And-
you.
to write for the website.
Can you imagine if that's someone you hire?
You have to write down.
Well, this is why
what-
we need the proof.
Those interactions with those weirdos. You got to.
It's a shame that you are a satire site now, because I would absolutely love for you to pay someone who just goes to the world's worst LGS. It's just full of terrible people constantly.
Why
And
is it
it's
got to
like
be
this guy-
satire?
This
It
guy
could just
coming
be
in,
published under the same banner. I think it works.
Yeah.
coming in, and he's like a spy, and he's like, "I'm just a regular person at this place full of assholes." Sorry, Ken. And
Hello,
all he does is sit
fellow
there and
kids.
take notes as people dig their own graves. I would love that. That would be spectacular.
I would read that.
There is good 1-star review like food content. Let's do 1-star
that.
LGS content. Who are the people that live there?
Yeah. The humans of LGS's.
Fisherman's Wharf ass.
It's Jeff, this fan fiction writer. There's a third one. The woman at the table.
My headcanon is the woman at the table was dating Jeff. Like,
Oh wow. Wow. Excellent stuff.
Jeff can be a woman's name too. By the
Yeah.
way,
My Aunt Jeff says the same thing. Michael, what's the third one we got?
your Aunt Jeff says that.
Don't make me say it
To
out loud
you?
again.
It's like, why is
She-
your name Aunt Jeff again?
She's real.
Yeah, because I was a kid once, and
Jeff
she's very
can't be a
real.
woman's name, Michael.
Yeah. I was very close-minded as a 4-year-old. Michael Celani, why don't you? Do you have a last one
yes,
for us?
I've got a third one, a third and final one.
Number 3, baby.
This one's titled "Talked to the Pod. It Didn't Work."
Whoa.
Autopsy of a group.
Autopsy.
fun.
So this guy killed a whole group.
Gore
Honestly,
warning.
I love. First of all, big
Jeff
fan of whoever
snapped.
wrote this.
This
This
is
is-
this
this
is
is-
This is a
Jeff.
play in 3 acts, guys.
Yeah.
This is honestly like it feels like somebody's gonna have to
The
play
Odyssey.
some mood piano.
The Odyssey
All right.
of Jeff.
Okay, let's
My
get it.
girlfriend and I were just playing our D&D decks, and then
When some asshole walked up with a boring human typal deck.
What? It's boring. Check it out. He puts a list. All right, go ahead.
Let's go.
Talk to the pod didn't work autopsy of a group. For context,
Thank you.
Shut up.
for
No.
context, I'm always right.
after a certain for context, after a certain player in my stable until now pod wins a match, he typically declares he's, quote, not even trying to win the next match, lol, and then spends all his resources making sure I, in particular, don't. I approached this with a spreadsheet because I knew ages ago that I'd
Okay.
need receipts. Everyone's...
Hold on. Wait a second. I'm gonna need you to start from the beginning.
Did Chuck Lorre write this character?
I need you to hold on. Wait, from the beginning again, please. Do it off the top. From the top.
Okay,
Do your best Sheldon from Big Bang Theory voice, because this
That's
is
a good note.
I don't watch
That's a-
crap.
this is satire. Bazinga!
For context, after a certain player in my stable until now pod wins a match, he typically declares he's, quote, not even trying to win the next match, lol, and then spends all his resources
What's that
making sure
word?
I,
What was that word?
LOL,
Lol? Oh,
Yeah.
I see. Okay.
and then spends all his resources making sure I, in particular, don't.
That's
I
so
approached
crazy.
this- I approached this
You
with a
read it as
spreadsheet
lol?
because I knew ages ago that I'd need receipts.
You don't say just LOL?
I'm presenting it here because other folks might be in similar situations and because I think numbers are interesting.
Wow.
Oh my god, yeah. Okay, here's why you had a difficult social interaction, bud.
I skipped ahead. Bolus. Done.
Okay, no,
Roll
Michael,
credits.
Michael,
No, I need
finish.
I need to finish this.
I can't
Each
wait.
of us is prone to pulling back after a win. The chances of winning 2 in a row are between 19.4 and 21.4%, below a balanced 25%. Other than this in turn order, each loser probably has around a 33% chance of being the new winner, if all else were equal. After I stop winning, my opponents have all won between 32.0 and 34.6% of the next matches. After Mastermind stops winning, Aloof has 40%
Mastermind.
chance of being the new winner, and Angry has a 34% chance of being the new winner, leaving me at 26%. At its worst, several hundred matches in.
Look, when,
Which I'm
Jesus.
hoping
when this
they play in one
podcast
night.
started, this was called Am I the Bolus? Not Do I Have Asperger's? Yes, you have Asperger's.
Jesus
Numbers
Christ,
are so
Jason.
comforting to me, so I made a spreadsheet about all the times my group and I fought. Yeah, you have fucking Asperger's. That's why you got in
Sorry,
a
Ken.
fight with your friends.
At its worst, several hundred matches in, the two of them combined were 3.6 times as likely as me to win the next match. The feeling of those matches, though, is why I'm leaving.
You're
Mastermind
leaving.
uses nearly all of his interaction to dismantle my decks. It's easy to do since he's not pushing for his win, and I get about twice as much interaction as the next nearest. Some matches, I've caught all the removal I haven't cast. This has been true regardless of archetype or strength of deck I've played. Until very recently, my win rate stayed below group average. I presented them with an earlier version of this data some time ago, and then watched. No change, so I've left the pod. Lessons learned. 1. Just because someone is willing to spend time with you doesn't mean they like you. You might serve a purpose for them that you wouldn't enjoy understanding. There will almost certainly be other signs, and you should probably believe them. 2. For you, this might be a card game. For others, it can be a vehicle for power, resentment, punishment, etc. 3. It's not typically worth playing a match against someone who declares he's not intent on winning. Players can have other goals, but hearing those words spoken aloud usually means the game will be broken in one way or another. 4. Talking to the pod is not necessarily a solution if someone has decided you don't get to participate normally, but it's often either that or leaving. Deck building isn't the solution. 5. Your gut is probably right about how a group tends to work, but it can be helpful to keep the simplest notes to confirm it for yourself.
I tried everything. I tried building a stronger deck. I tried presenting you with data. Nothing works. Why won't you be my friend?
Beep boop, baby. I
Fuck me,
Oh,
dude.
God. This
What
is
is this
so-
about?
This is wild. Okay,
By the way-
this is
This guy gets targeted too much, and his response was to build a spreadsheet and try to convince them with data.
There was a spreadsheet, and then there was a plot twist, and it was like, actually, my feelings about this matter maybe more than the math. So what's which one's important?
Okay, here it is. It's all important. This guy's a genius. Okay, so we got like the whole group hanging out. Mastermind, who he's dubbed, his friend who wins
Mastermind,
all the time.
aloof, angry, and I hope Jeff.
I can't remember people's names or faces, so I distinguish them by how their hair smells or their face they're making. Are you going to attack me or are you hungry? I can't tell.
We're going to call him Jeff.
It's got to be Jeff.
It's got to be Jeff. So Jeff,
is this episode's title just Jeff?
Jeff mode.
Jason and Jeff.
Jeff mode. Okay. So here we go. So Jeff is in here talking about how Mastermind will win a game and then declare, I'm not going to win next one. I'm not even going to try winning. Y'all have fun. I'll catch the next one. But then they play a game with this guy who then spends all of his removal aimed at Jeff's decks. And so he doesn't get to win as much because the other two decks get to do that without getting stuff removed. And if this is such a pattern that the numbers back it up, I mean, the thing is, these numbers don't prove that the removal has all been used on you or that, like, any of that. What this just proves is that you lose a lot more. That's all. It just proves that you lose. So your theory has some.
If you win, you don't win the next game because Mastermind, you should call Nemesis. This guy's his nemesis. This guy hates Jeff.
Jeff's nemesis, Mastermind, is winning, so Jeff loses, and then the next game, Jeff's nemesis is like, hey, I'm not going to win this one, but also you sure as shit ain't going to win either. Sorry, Ken. So I understand how that sucks. That definitely sucks if it's really happening and frankly, you're like, nothing I do changes this. I think that it's fair to want to leave the pod. And I think that Genius spelled with a J, Genius.
Why wouldn't you just spell Jeff with a G? That's legitimate.
I don't like it. I've never liked that. I don't want that.
Get wrecked, Jeffs with G's
but like,
out there.
Genius with a J, like it seems like Levi Strauss came up with that word from a bad 90s commercial.
Yeah, but what if I was just being fucking hilarious, Jason? Sorry, Ken.
Hold on. Can we appreciate how good that joke was?
What if you were, Mikey? What if you were being hilarious? I have to imagine it.
Wait, what's... I didn't get it then.
It was an insult because you're a comedian.
No, yeah. I understood. I got that one.
Don't believe me? I've got a spreadsheet about how many of your jokes actually landed this episode.
4. So I know that this guy's got a whole list of things at the end of the article, which I love. I love that he's out here being like, here are the lessons I learned. However, 3 of the 5 lessons are wrong, and then 2 are like good points. Now, firstly, the one
it's
that
more of a blur of bad.
So it's like it's not typically worth playing a match against someone who declares he's not intent on winning is such a good point. Like, if someone's just like, I want to sit here and vibe, I don't want to win, I want to know what your other goal is. Because if your goal is help someone else win or mess with my stuff or like cause chaos, I would rather you went for the win. Or if you're like, I have this deck that like assembles 4 or 5 pieces very rarely, and I just want to do that again. And so that's kind of what I'm chasing this game. And so I'm just trying to buy the time to get to that. Like, awesome. I also wanted to put together Cauldra at one point. So, like, I think that it's fair to, like, want to play with everybody. But if you're like, I have nothing that I'm working towards, I'm out. I don't want that. I want you to play because there's something happening here that you want to be part of and you want to enjoy. Even if your reason is like, I want to hang with the pals and just like not play aggressively. That's much better than I'm not going to try win, which sucks.
But
I'm
like,
not going to try to win. I'm not going to try to do something.
Term, though, like, are you trying to win? No, because I don't try to win, but I'm not trying to waste everybody's time either. That's such like a blanket term for so many behaviors that are antisocial. And like some of them happen to line up with the fact that people don't vibe with Jeff. And they like don't like playing with him, and they like mess with him.
Sometimes it's really just easy as like just playing the game. Like I'm totally with Jason in that, like I don't want to waste anybody's time. I'm not trying to win. I'm trying to genuinely, honestly, just be the woman at the table and draw some cards, play some games. and not waste anyone's time. So I feel like a lot of this is overthinking. I think it's good. Like Mikey said, there's probably a good solid 2-3 lessons out of here that people should take to heart. There's a lot of ego in Magic. A lot of people put that forth and stuff. So like, if you just be the honestly bigger person in this scenario, just draw cards, play the game.
Yeah.
Scoop when you need to, scoop when it makes sense, whatever. Just keep going.
Yeah. Do what you gotta do.
Yeah, just go find a group.
Yeah, I if you're leaving this group, find another one.
Like Commander isn't the problem if like your group isn't working out.
Mm-hmm.
Good point. If it carries over throughout multiple games and the group's got a problem, that's a group problem. It's not the game. I think that this is something that I picked up on and I didn't quite like, which is talking to the pod is not necessarily a solution if someone has decided you don't get to participate normally.
You think it's bitch eating crackers situation?
I don't know what you mean by that.
That's
tell him,
that's
Celani,
a term. Yeah, that's a term. No, Morgan, you could tell him.
I would love to hear it, no matter who tells it. I would like to not be in the dark on this.
You should keep arguing about who tells it, though, because that's cute.
That
you tell
Jason,
it.
you do not tell him.
I'll tell the story.
Wait, hold on, Morgan. No,
tell
Morgan. Morgan was gonna do it. Morgan, do it.
No, it's Morgan.
What is this?
Morgan's doing it.
But I don't know it, so it'd be funny if I tried to tell the story because I don't know it.
Well, now the game is gone. The game is.
Do it.
Okay, Morgan, you're up. What's this crackers thing?
You didn't yes and.
No, because you just started. All right, Morgan.
But yes and bitch eating crackers. Bitch eating cracker syndrome is essentially where you're heaping a bunch of negative energy on this person to where you see them and you're like, look at this bitch eating crackers. They can't do anything right.
Oh, I see.
So you filter everything that person is doing as an inherent negative.
Yeah.
It's something that you can use in business. It's something that you can use in like team building too, when you're having a conflict with somebody that fits directly in an EDH pod.
But when you said that, now I understood. But that's like kind of how I feel when I think of like fucking Jeff. You know what I mean? Jeff's
it is
possible for an insufferable person to hate a pod and them to hate him back, and all of them be right.
Yeah, I mean, but is this more like Jeff is seeing his nemesis as eating crackers, or do you think the nemesis sees Jeff eating crackers?
I think that
everyone's eating crackers.
Making the spreadsheet,
bunch of pigeons.
Making a spreadsheet and finding out your nemesis is making a spreadsheet and that making you target them. That's both nemesis behavior, right?
How do you let's imagine you're one of the three.
There's two kinds of people.
One of the three people, and this guy comes to you with a spreadsheet. How do you react to that situation in a healthy, normal way?
Get the out of my pod, Jeffrey. I will help you.
No, hold on a second. If somebody comes to me with stats because they feel like we're being unfair to them in the playgroup, I do have to listen. But I am going to be like,
to me, they win.
The stats?
The spreadsheet shows up at the pod, you win.
No, but like they lose by being they lose the vibe check for the pod by being the kind of person that brings data. That's they automatically lose.
They pass the vibe check in the sense that they're
for a different pod. Yeah,
that's exactly it.
God, can you imagine a pod of four
Jeffers? If they're happy, they're happy.
They can.
Yeah, it's a CDH tournament, and one fucking turn takes 11 hours.
Sorry, Ken.
Sorry, Ken, and absolutely true. No, but that CDH isn't insufferable.
For Jeff, this is just
not,
CDH.
It's not all okay. We're talking about two different Jeffs, and there's more than Jeff.
There's Genius Jeff.
Genius Jeff. This is Genius Jeff.
Jeff with a G for genius.
This is John.
This is
Jeff.
Genius Jeff. God damn it. Genius Jeff. If Genius Jeff shows up to the pod and starts serving data, I'm gonna be like, we need more context to this data. Shut up, Celani. Don't look at me like that. We need more context for this data because this is just wins and losses based on game mastermind wins, and then next game big lose for me, and one of the other two wins, and like that's just that kind of data. It's just wins and losses. It doesn't take into account like, do you go aggressive on these second games? Are you somebody who like presents a threat right away? Have you ever taken a back seat and let somebody else pop off and have their stuff messed with by mastermind? Or is this, I played this, he does this, they play this, nothing happens. I play this, he counters that, you know? Like, I need to know, like, even if I am benefiting from a behavior like that as like aloof or angry, one of the two other players, in the back of my mind, I am kind of going like, oh, this game's going to be easy because Jeff's going to get handled by nemesis over here, and I'm gonna get to just play.
Aloof. Listen how he talks about the other guys. It's like, can you believe Mastermind always targets me? Oh God, Jeff,
you're
shut
absolutely
up.
correct in that this is dweeby.
Can you? That's
dweeby.
angry. And then, can you believe he always targets me? It's like, man, I don't care. Let's just play EDH. You're aloof now. I've already won by depicting you as aloof and me as the soy jack sitting on his own brain. You've already lost.
I'd like to point out that this guy comes to this pod with a spreadsheet. And your reaction is, this spreadsheet is not comprehensive enough.
Damn right. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, absolutely.
We need that context, girl.
Look, this guy says, at worst, several hundred matches in. They have played hundreds of games together, these guys.
Have solid examples. Give me an example from the case study. I want to know. I want to see what this is. Like, I get it. You lose a lot second to this. If you have enough data like that, yeah, I'll internalize it and see if I pick up on it next time. I'll be like, you know what? Actually, it's true. If we keep playing games and this happens, that's a fair thing. But he's noticed no difference, and that's why he's left the pod.
You have to go up to the guy and be like, look, I feel like I'm getting targeted after you guys stop winning once you win once. Can you not do that? That's it. That's all you had to do. You didn't have to open office Libra and be like...
No, he did that. And
Ken.
Aloof said, I don't care. And Angry said, oh my God. And so he said, I'm going to keep bringing this up. Oh, you keep being aloof and angry when I try to tell you it's happening. Well, guess what? I got data. That's what you want.
And then there's Mastermind just sitting in the back.
We've played hundreds of games together, and now we're getting on each other's nerves. How could EDH do that?
This guy is also like, the other points he says is, for you, this might be a card game. For others, it can be a vehicle for power, resentment, punishment. Dog, welcome to like literally anything in the world. Like you can channel
this
feelings.
Reminds me of the episode of Community where Abed realized he was tracking the women's periods by like writing down when they were mean to him or whatever. Like... This is that kind of data gathering.
Where it's just going to upset somebody and feel weird.
This is Abed from Community behavior.
Yeah, but Abed's likable.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's why Abed's group stayed together for 6 seasons in a movie, and this guy's group only stayed together for hundreds of games.
Honestly, the hundreds of games would be longer, right?
I haven't played hundreds of games with people I like, and they had to play hundreds of games with sorry, Ken, Jeff.
Yeah, I don't know, man. This is such a weird one. There are people in the comments saying, "Are there pictures? What of what?"
I'm a visual learner.
I need a graph.
Show me.
I need a chart.
Show me on the picture where your group was mean to you.
Where at what turn did you get swords to plowshares? On average, roughly.
Show me on the normalization curve where they hurt your feelings.
Can you take an integral of how much mana value has been lost over the years?
Do more science jokes.
You do one, Mike. You're the comedian.
Synthesis.
I'm starting to think that the same group of people I play hundreds and hundreds of games of Magic against, I'm starting to think it's inevitable that a group like that will, fall apart.
You think there's no way
Either
like
it's
a
been
group of
years or they play hundreds of games
I
a
think
month.
it's got to be years. I don't think they're playing hundreds of games a month. That's
Right?
kind of nuts. Like I don't think that's likely.
Don't underestimate Jeff, though.
I mean, that's fair, but I don't think Jeff is playing upwards of 5 times a week, playing like 5 games at night. Like, I don't think that's the kind of work he's doing,
I'm saying if I hurt somebody's feelings and they convince me that I did it with a spreadsheet,
yeah,
right? That's the kind of person who's like, I don't know how not to hurt your feelings.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair, because to me, it does feel offensive that you wouldn't come to me on a human level. And that's like where you wouldn't come to me and be like, I've noticed this thing that happens and I would like for it to stop. Or I've noticed this thing that happens. Are you aware of it? Can you like be aware of it and we're mindful of it? And then that is...
Or the data was a last resort after trying
but that's why I empathize
bring
with
this
this one, is because of that point exactly. Did he try for a while and then go, rather than just leaving the group, he had to be like, I need them to know I'm right. And then he thought, okay, but we're going to get a couple games in still, right?
That's equally insufferable.
But that's what I'm saying, is I don't care for that either. So, like, I think that if the spreadsheet is like, you lost the second you do the spreadsheet, unless that's like what you guys are into. If you guys are a play group that's like, hey, I've been tracking this game and that game, and isn't it fun to have this kind of data? And everybody's kind of like, neat. But this is different.
Yeah, there's a difference between like that and being like, I like writing down all the games that I played in a year just so I could see what's my best deck. That sort of thing is different, right?
Either he's
like,
the only person who's not neurotypical in this group, or he's the only person who is neurotypical, and either way, it's not a good match.
Welcome to the episode of Am I the Bolcast, where Jason rags on neurotypical people.
No, I'm ragging on neurotypical people. F those weirdos.
Yeah, Michael, I don't know why.
Oh, look at me, I don't have ADD or ADHD or autism.
I don't know why, Michael.
I'm doing nothing with that. I have brain superpowers, basically. I tell my brain to do a thing, and then it can do it. I've done nothing with those powers. Ooh, I'm neurotypical. Look at me.
I don't understand any of that.
This is just the anti-Jeff episode. I feel like we need a disclaimer that if your name is Jeff, this probably isn't the one for you. No. Come back next
Sorry,
week.
Jeff. Go back to unlisten.
Yeah, sorry, Jeff.
Did we hurt your feelings, Jeff? Go make a chart about it.
If somebody sends us a spreadsheet, I mean, I really that's when I know.
Spreadsheet about how the podcast hurt your feelings, Jeff.
Yeah, that would be incredible.
Jeff.
By the way, I think we're all into that.
I pointed out what timestamps.
Look, and sometimes I've been the Jeff, and I've been the one who should have left the group. Right? Sometimes you're a bad fit for a pod.
I mean, that's happened.
Sometimes you're the bolus, man. So just like take the L and just leave. Make like a L and leave.
You don't have to be the bolus to get to that point. If you're a bad fit, you could just like be like, hey, I'm a bad fit and dip, and that's fine. That's what I think OG Jeff from the Jeff entry into this, the first Jeff.
Yeah, it turns out that naming everyone Jeff has really confused our abilities to differentiate which story
Jeff,
we're talking about.
Jeff 1, OG Jeff, Alpha Jeff, Progenitor Jeff.
Oh, no, it's Jeff with a G because he's the OG.
Oh, Jeff. Okay, the O Jeff.
He's the OG, and then the other is Jeff with the G.
Jeff that doesn't like politics.
Because he's a genius,
Oh, Jeff over here. I think he's just not in the right play group. Unless you guys have been pals forever and you guys vibe on other things, like I just don't think that the way you guys like the game is the way you like the game.
You could be part of the polycule but not play EDH together.
Yeah.
Sorry to step on that, Celani, but I hate the word polycule.
What? Hold on, back up. Why?
The word feels like I'm holding on to a bunch of jelly beans and I can't quite get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's a cell.
It's a little cutesy for what it is, which is Gen Z's failure to make rent with only 2 romantic partners.
They need Jeffs.
And having to branch out is like...
in the mix to make it work.
With only 2 romantic partners, Jason.
Yeah.
Only 2 of them.
Yeah. Only a wife and a girlfriend.
I had something. I need you guys to know that. It's not like I didn't start a thing.
Go on.
We believe
but
you.
Now I don't have it.
Yeah.
I've lost.
Now we just don't care.
It's like holding a handful of marbles.
No, I had it.
Here we go.
This is why. Okay. I was so excited for pick 2 with fucking Spider-Man. Sorry, Ken. But man, they really shit the fucking bed. Sorry, Ken. On Spider-Man draft, pick 2 is such a good solution for fucking, sorry, Ken, OG Jeff, because if they were just drafting instead of playing EDH, everybody would be on the same page. Everybody would be like, I got what I got. I did the draft thing. That's a different skill, but we're all playing to win at all times, and you can't fight or team up with each other. Awesome. Or 2HG. If you end up doing multiplayer, it's only like 2-headed giant probably, and even then, it's one opponent, essentially. There's only one way to win. It's not politics.
2HG
I love
rips.
2HG. But that's exactly...
It's the best format of all time.
I love 2HG. It's so much fun. I did it at a con recently with like a Mystery Booster 2, and it's probably the most fun thing I've done in the last couple months. My buddy, shout out Ashley, my favorite thing is 2HG, but there is... If pick 2...
Literally the best way to do a pre-release.
It's so much fun. Pick 2 was such a... I had high hopes for Pick 2, and I think it's just because Spider-Man was bad. Sorry to anybody who worked on it. Sorry, anybody this is getting back to.
Yeah, but no...
But it didn't work.
Wizards owe you an apology, too, for if you worked on Spider-Man, because you're like, hey, make a small set. Just kidding, make it big.
Was honestly such a letdown, but I really hope that the next thing that they designed to be Pick 2 actually works for it, because that concept has me yearning for that kind of game, that kind of experience. The discussion of Pick 2 surrounding Spider-Man has me going, maybe that's kind of how I want to play Magic more often, because I love to draft, but I don't have 8 people that I can rely on that are going to want to buy into a whole box. Instead, it's pick 2, sit down and do it. It's competitive, but it's social in some ways, and you get a lot out of it. It's like a mini pre-release in your own home. I love the concept. Jeff over here, the OG Jeff, pick 2 draft would have gone a long way for him, I have to assume. This isn't the format you want.
And if not, then the pod isn't the problem.
No, and I don't think the pod is the problem. If you're the arch enemy, you're going to have people making faces and picking up on the faces. If you play something and I go and I exhale through my nose, just like, how am I going to deal with this? And Jason notices that, I'm going to probably be like, I don't have anything to do with this. And you go, I got it. And that's politics, apparently. Because we both want to see the same thing gone. And I've expressed as much. And somebody reassured me for a second. And that's apparently politics. If you are the arch enemy, there is no politicking against you. You are the biggest obstacle to a win for all of us. And so the idea of being like, I hate politics when you're in such an advanced position of power, I can't stand this idea that you would shut that down.
I'm entitled to start in first and stay in first, yeah.
Or an advanced position of resentment or
power.
Punishment, etc.
The second mouse gets the cheese. That mentality changed how I play ADH forever.
I don't know what you mean.
Everyone's got an early bird gets the worm mentality, and they're the first one running the spell out. No, you wait and see what happens. The second mouse gets the cheese.
You don't want to overcommit.
Don't be the first mouse,
Don't be the
Jeff.
first mouse, and there you are. I mean, that to me, that's my favorite of the stories. I can't believe the second one is real. Refuse to believe it. And then this third one, yeah, buddy, I don't know. Find you a spreadsheet group. Find you a group that loves these spreadsheets. Yeah. Be communicative.
The comments are weirdly spread.
If you're looking for 3 other people that have been kicked out of other groups and made a spreadsheets about it, you'll find them on Reddit.
Yeah, this is probably...
Yeah.
That's where they are. That's where they all are.
This is like a bat signal for a new play group.
Yeah. Anybody else kicked out of their play group? Yeah, exactly. I made a spreadsheet about it. Hey, let's compare spreadsheet data, and then
I did mine in Lotus Notes.
And then we'll fight with you about that. Like the group will inevitably break
I don't
up.
want to shut it down, though. I don't think I want to shut down the idea that, like, if you're somebody who wants to record this stuff and, like, if you are somebody who needs this kind of data to see, like, okay, maybe I'm not imagining something before you take it somewhere, that's great and all, but don't come in waving the sheets in the air like, hear ye, I've got some news, because the
instant you make the spreadsheet, I think you've lost.
Necessary.
But like,
I think you're done.
The group doesn't, like, you don't belong in the group the second you make the spreadsheet, because either they don't respect you enough. You're like, I keep telling you guys are targeting me, and you keep gaslighting me and saying you're not. So I literally did the math to prove that you guys have been gaslighting me.
Okay, yeah, that's an angle for sure.
That's not better.
Agreed. Yeah, no, you're not in the right play group.
That's not it's like a different situation. It's better for OP, but it's not better overall. Either way, somebody doesn't respect somebody in the group.
And you know what?
Love who loves you back. Find the good pod.
Find the good pod.
This has nothing to do with Commander. This is just like
find the good polycule.
That's right.
Talking
group
about
dynamics,
lessons.
and I don't understand group dynamics.
This is how lessons are learned. All right. Well, I think
5 of them.
Hey, Jason, you got fired from the company you well work at. Let's talk about togetherness on this episode.
That's right. That's what we're doing. Togetherness.
Let's talk about group dynamics.
In the polycule.
Let's talk about
don't say that.
synergy.
The word really does have like a weird feeling at the back of my throat. You know what I mean?
Synergy?
No, not that one.
It's like a cell. I don't like it either.
I don't know why.
It's a scientific term that is too above for me.
It's not even that I have anything against it. It's just like a visceral reaction to a word that feels like it's like bubbles in my throat, and I don't know why. It feels too tactile. You ever get that?
Synergy?
Not synergy.
No, polycule.
I just wanted him to say it again.
You dork.
Yeah.
All right, we gotta go. Jason,
Dave's got to get scooted.
where do you want people to check out?
I don't. Oh yeah, I don't care about. Don't care about me. Don't listen to me.
What
Don't
about your
start now.
website, Dick?
Go to. I'm trying, but like when you threw it to me, I was like, for the first time, I didn't have like anything of my own to plug, and it felt real good. So it's like, yeah, and I'm not a public figure, so I'm not a person. Don't listen to me, but go to the website commandersherald.com, where you will find jokes multiple times per week, and that'll make you laugh. And it's $0 to go to the website.
A free website you can go laugh at.
Free 99, you guys.
Just go to the website. Just go to the website and look at the jokes, and then click on the shit. That's it.
Imagine doing something for free.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's the deal. I'm not going to sell
Ken.
your data.
You don't have to make no account.
You're not going to have to pay us Patreon money. There's no paywall. It's a website.
Who would buy the data of the people who go to Commander's Herald?
Where you go to the website and you click on the link, and I get a little bit of money. And if lots of you do it, then I get enough money to not have to make my own soap.
That's why you do that? I thought you just liked the taste.
No, that's why I make my own toilet paper.
And then you turn it into wine, just like Nile Red.
Landed that plane nicely. That was fun. Michael, where can people find you?
Now Red knows about as much chemistry as I do, which is, it's cool to watch him like do something with it.
You guys can find me at my website, gamesfreaksa.info. Those are the letters, not the word. I commissioned a guy to make me a new logo. It's going to come out eventually. It'll be fun.
Gamesfreaksa.info. Morgan, what about you, buddy?
Don't come find me anywhere ever. Go to commandersherald.com, and also go to edhrec.com and play our new crossword, which is out on Friday. By the time this episode is out, we'll have weekly crosswords every Friday.
Oh, yeah?
And also crosswords when you're sitting in that secret layer queue for 100 hours just to get nothing.
Yeah, that's a fun
You can
experience.
have a fun game that isn't just watching that little guy move.
I'm gonna put a link on my website. It's gonna say crosswords, and it's gonna link to your website.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get those crossword thirsty people on my site.
Just make a Wordle clone. It's instant money.
Cross thirsty.
That sounds really lazy.
That sounds like a website that we can't advertise.
But very real.
Crikey.
I don't know what we've been talking about.
You haven't known for an hour and a half
Been
or however long
confused.
we've been recording this.
Ken's gonna be cutting this up like
A chef.
I'm gonna say hour and a half, and we're gonna get to the actual thing, and it's gonna be like 15 minutes.
No.
Because we had to cut all of Jason.
Yeah, this is like mining a piece of shit for the peanuts. Like, this is gonna be tough.
I don't think so. I disagree. There's a lot happening in this episode that's pretty good. You can send us your stories at amithebolas@gmail.com. We'll read them on the podcast. I'll write about them in the column. You can follow us, Am I the Bolcast, on Blue Sky, and I'm at Mike Carosa everywhere on Twitter, Instagram, Blue Sky, all that good stuff. And I've got a comedy album, which you can check out. And I write for edhrec.com, Am I the Bolus, weekly column over there. And guess what? If you're listening to this, I may or may not be already in Japan, or it's December, and it's the tail end of the podcast because we're taking a little break for the holidays. So this might be the last one until the new year. If it is, we'll catch you on the other side. But if it isn't, well, then I'll have another episode where I'm saying this exact same thing to you next week.
I can't believe you're reading. I can't believe I watched you read that off an index card. That sounded like so improvised and unprepared, but like that was word for word the copy you wrote. That's wild. That's getting that peek behind the curtain.
Honestly,
was disturbing.
I just know how to deliver it exactly in my voice.
You're striving for authenticity just by like, oh shucks, I'm like Jimmy Stewart. Oh, I'm a take. Oh,
that's what makes me a consummate professional. You know what I mean? I'm able to knock that out. I do it every time. Like I'm reading this response
and not call attention to it. He doesn't call attention to it, which is what I've done, which I'm like that guy that went on Fox and explained how all the magicians do their tricks, and everyone's like, oh, the Magicians Guild's not going to like that one. Remember that show? It was like the boss from X-Files.
I don't remember this.
It was like the masked magician's going to show you how to pretend to cut his own head in half.
Wasn't that also a show, Penn and Teller Fool Us?
Bullshit.
No, Penn and Teller bullshit was
not
just
bullshit.
that was
Sorry,
them debunking
No, they had like
regulars.
Fool Penn and
Fool Us.
Penn and Teller.
Yeah, Fool Us is a good show.
Well, we did
like
the
that.
plugs for the end of the show, and I think it's time to scoot the day. Go watch Penn and Teller Fool Us. Check out all the stuff we talked about.
I thought that was post-cut. I did not think that was still podcast.
No, we're out of here now, though.
we not talk over the outro song? How's that work?